Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we will be going over my wild card predictions for the MLB. So we're going to be previewing each game, and I will be making a prediction for each game. So the wild card is essentially the two best teams that were non-division winners. So you have the division winners in the AL, the Rays, the White Sox, and the Astros. Then you have the next two best teams, the Red Sox and the Yankees. And in the NL, it was the Braves, the Brewers, and the Giants, and the wild card was the Dodgers and the Cardinals. So there's a few rule changes that go from the regular season to the playoffs. So in the playoffs, if a game goes into extra innings, there is no runner on second to start, which I definitely think there should be no runner on second, even in the regular season. Well, I mean, if they want to have a runner on second in the regular season, they should not make it to like the 12th or 13th inning. And teams must submit their rosters for the wild card by 10 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. And which two teams win the wild card, the two teams to move on to the divisional series, they are allowed to change the roster. So previewing the American League, we have the Yankees at the Red Sox. So the Red Sox are hosting it because they own the season series, and the Yankees and Red Sox finished tied. And the Red Sox own the tiebreaker, which is the head-to-head season series, 10-9. The Yankees won their final game against the Rays yesterday with a 1-0 walk-off win. And the Red Sox won yesterday against the Nationals. So it is going to be Garrett Cole against Nathan Eovaldi. Chris Sale pitched yesterday for the Red Sox, so he's obviously not available to start. However, I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out of the bullpen if the Red Sox are in a situation where they need a big pitcher. So, for the Yankees, they need Garrett Cole to go deep into the game, pitching extremely well. They need him to limit the Red Sox to, I think, 2 or less runs, so it can give the offense a chance. So the offense has been what's held the Yankees back this year, although they've had all these good hitters like Judge, Stanton. They got Gallo and Rizzo at the trade deadline. But the offense really hasn't been that great this year. So they need Cole to pitch extremely well for them to have a chance in this game. And I think the winner of this game their starter will definitely pitch very well. And same thing for the Red Sox. They need Nathan Eovaldi to shut down the Yankees offense. Some injuries for the Yankees. Infielder DJ LeMahieu is out. He was placed on the injured list a few days ago with a sports hernia. On the earliest he would be available would be the ALCS if the Yankees make it that far. And first baseman Luke Voit was placed on the 60-day IL with left knee inflammation, so he's also unavailable. And for the Red Sox, J.D. Martinez is questionable for tomorrow's game with a left ankle sprain after tripping over second base against the Nationals. And one more for the Yankees. Gio Urshela is definitely going to play after diving into the Rays dugout, making a catch yesterday against the Rays. So, my prediction for this game, I think the Yankees are going to win 5-3 to advance to play the Rays in the ALDS. In the NL wildcard game, the Cardinals at the Dodgers. This game is played at Dodger Stadium. The Cardinals have announced their starting pitcher will be Adam Wainwright. And the Dodgers haven't announced their starter yet, but it's most likely going to be Max Scherzer, although they can also start Walker Buehler, but I think it's going to be Scherzer because he's probably one of the best pitchers for the situation. So, for the Dodgers, they're going to be without first baseman Max Muncy. He's very unlikely to play. So, the Dodgers have multiple options they could play at first base. They could put Cody Bellinger at first, although he had a horrible regular season, or they could put Albert Pujols at first. So, I'm interested to see what the Dodgers do. Whichever they do, since the game is being played in National League Stadium, obviously there's no DH, the pitchers will hit. So, whichever one of those two, Bellinger or Pujols, does not start at first base, is a good option to pinch hit later in the game for the pitcher. The Dodgers won the season series against the Cardinals 4-3. So, on to my prediction for the game. I think the Dodgers will come out on top 6-3. I think their lineup is going to get going early and then kind of slow down later in the game. And I think Max Scherzer will hold the Cardinals to 2 runs, with the bullpen giving up 1 last run, and the Dodgers advancing for I'm interested to see a series in the NLDS against the San Francisco Giants. So, those are my predictions. Tell me in the comments what yours are, if you agree and disagree. Like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you tomorrow for Sports News episode 57 and my NFL Week 4 recap.